Hey guys, what's going on today? I'm Shannon with DirectCarpet.com. We've got a fantastic video for you. We're doing tops only or carpet treads only. What we're going to do is go through the tools. We're going to go through everything you need and all those type of things. We're going to show you inch by inch, step by step. So stick around, watch till the end. So without further ado, let's get into the video. So the tools we're going to be using today, we're going to be using some underpad, some Smoothedge, a kicker, electric staple gun with 9/16 crown staples, a pair of snippers, a hammer, tape measure, carpet tucker, a knife, and a pad staple. If you don't have a pad staple, you can always use your electric gun to put pad. We are doing our 3 stairs today, tops only. We have painted the fronts white, and we are just ending at the top here as if it was another stair landing. So we'll be doing 3 stairs today, and we're going to show you that process right now. All right, first things first is we've actually got to put some Smoothedge on these stairs. Now, if you're looking for a package to do this in, we will be sending you all the stuff in a package to do this. So we're just going to measure. Now you can measure the Smoothedge like this. These stairs are 36, so we can just measure them down here against the wall. 36, 3 stairs, so we're going to cut 3 pieces down to 36 inches. 1, 2, and I'm just going to cut it between the stringers here. 1, 2, and 3. Now with this type of installation, we only want to leave a 1/4 inch gap in the back here, okay? Because we want our carpet to tuck nice and tight in the back there. So you can use your finger in the back as a guide for a 1/4 inch or tighter. Tighter the better. Nice and even. And we're going to do that all the way up for every stair. And one extra thing that we're going to do on each side is we are going to put pieces of this Smoothedge on each side so that we can stretch it tight. Now you can leave a gap behind your Smoothedge here so you have a 1/4 inch gap all the way along. It's really just to tighten up. Now you want to keep this tight. Same width. Cut your Smoothedge. Don't go over the nose with it. It will show. You want to have it maybe 1/4 inch back from this nose. Now we're going to do the same with the other side. Now that's all ready for underpad. Now I've got 3 pieces of underpad here with me. Now I have a pad stapler with me. I'll leave the description and the links for these tools down below. Now we're going to send you an oversized piece of pad. Okay, this is how you're going to do it. Now you can choose to wrap the nose for better wear like this, or you can choose to put it flush. It's a personal preference. Okay, depends on your nose too. If your nose is round, sometimes stapling in the front is not so easy. If it's flat, it's a lot easier. Now that is a personal preference if you're going to wrap the nose. If you don't wrap the nose, make sure that you do a lot of staples on the front. Not only for wear purposes, you don't want your pad to curl up. You can put a piece of tape like I've done in the other videos here. I'm going to show you both. I'm going to show you this one not wrapped. I'll show you this one wrapped. Make sure you take a good knife, good blade, and then just follow the contour of the Smoothedge with the pad. Rip that piece off. That'll be garbage. Now we're going to do the same thing all along the back. Okay. All right. Now that stair is ready for carpet. Let's move on to the next stair. This one will show you how we do when we wrap the nose. So first we're going to line that up there, cut the excess off. Now we're going to pull this up. And we're just going to wrap the nose a little bit, make sure that it doesn't go down past the point underneath, okay? So we'll lock it into place. And now we'll fold the nose like this. Lots of staples all the way along. Now you can use your electric staple gun if you don't have a pad stapler. Okay, now what this is going to do is if your nose is not sticking out as far, this will help increase a little bit by 1/4 inch in the front, which is great. And like I said, you can always do the flat method in the front, and you can do this method here. Now what you're going to want to do is you'll probably want to put a little piece of pad here if you're going to wrap your nose. And I'll show you what I mean by using the electric staple gun. Look at this. You can just do that. Okay, I'll do the same thing on the other side. I'm going to cut the top here against the smooth edge. Now that one's ready for carpet as well. Now we'll do the top one and finish off. Okay, we won't wrap this one. We'll use the electric staple gun to put this entire piece in. Okay, so if you don't have a pad stapler, here's how to do it with the electric gun. Okay, all the way along the top. Every inch or so, okay? And then you can put a couple, 2 and 3 on the back. Sharp blade, follow the contour or the smooth edge on the 45°. Cut that nice and tight in there. Good blade. Finish the side up. Done. Now this is ready for carpet as well. Now we're ready for carpet, but we've got to measure for carpet. So what you're going to do is you can take your tape measure and you're going to measure from end to end. From the front nose, this is called a stringer. This is the other side of the stringer, right across to the top. I've got 36 1/8. I've got 36 1/8 from the front corner to the back corner. Yeah, 36 1/8. Now I'm going to measure the back. 3 feet. Now I'm going to go up to the next one. Front, over, 36 1/8. Back, 36. Same here. Well, that one's 36. And that's 36. Okay, so we have a few different sizes here, but then I'm also going to want to know how far it is from my riser right around underneath to my next riser. Just take the tape measure, hold on there with my thumb, about 13 inches. So what we'll do is we will make those pieces, they're like 36 1/8. We'll make them a little bit bigger. Maybe you can even do them 37 wide by, they were 13 inches, so we'll do 14 inches. So let's cut that carpet right now. All right, when we do these stairs, tops only or treads only, we want to start from the top. The reason why we want to start from the top is the gap or the space between on the riser. Sometimes if you put carpet on, it gets a little bit hard to get this staple gun under. So if we start at the top and work our way down, it makes it a lot easier because it's one layer less. If your noses or your risers are real short, then don't even prep the stairs below first, so you have a little bit even more to get under there, okay? So without further ado, let's get going. We've got our carpet pieces cut down to size. All right, now these stairs were 36 1/8. We've got these cut down to 36 1/2, so they're a little bit bigger, and now we're gonna fit them. Now, when we install carpet, we always want the direction to come down. You can see that one is up, one is down, so we want this to flow down like water. Let's get this into position. We're gonna do the bottom first, underneath. We're gonna split the difference between here and the difference between here because we wanna be able to tuck that in the back. So we don't want too much here and we don't want too less here. See, there's no tuck here, so we wanna pull this up a little bit. okay? And split the difference. That's why it's 36.5. You could do 36.25 and have an 1/8 and an 1/8, but I'm gonna start there. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna preform this or crease this all the way down. Actually, I'm just gonna even pull it out of place and just kind of get it worked in a little bit. Different carpet is stiffer than others, and the colder weather, as it starts to get colder, this will be more stiff. So you want to work it down a little bit so we can get it into that kind of a bent position, right? Right? All right. Look at it, I rolled that under like that, and then I squished it. All right. Now that it's a little bit more pliable, let's split that difference again, okay? Get it in position and see how we're doing here, okay? Pretty good, okay? Now what I wanna do here is I wanna start in the middle and work left or right, but I do wanna start in the middle to make sure you can see here, I need to pull over a little bit. Let's do that. Okay, very nice. Now, with our fingers, we wanna feel underneath. Okay, now you can put quarter round under these stairs after. If you get a Berber stair or a loop pile, you can see there's some fray from cutting. So what you can do is you can take a nice pair of scissors and just clean that up. Okay, because you don't want to see that. If you don't put quarter round under, you don't want to see that fluff. And we'll do it all the way along, okay? I'm gonna fold under, we'll feel with our fingers that there's no gap at the back. If you can get your eyeballs under there, great. If you can't, just feel, push and feel, right? Feel, feel, feel. You can always grab your carpet tucker and push up under there. Okay, we're gonna take our electric stable gun and we're gonna angle it up, make sure that's locked, and we're gonna push that in and lock that in, okay? I'm gonna feel all the way along, and what we'll do is we'll move underneath, nice and slow, nice and easy, all the way along. And I'm just gonna double up. Okay, I'm gonna take my tucker, tuck that all the way down. Now, I wanna finish down to the other end here. Make sure any of my fibers are trimmed off. All right, same thing. Feel with our finger. Now look at here. This is a little bit big. You can see that crease. So what I want to do with a sharp blade is I'm going to take one line off. Usually carpet will have a little line. You can see it where they've sewn it. And I'm just going to trim that down. Watch fingers. Look, I just took one line off. See how that fits? A little tight. Let's take 2 lines. Every stair is going to be different. No stair is ever straight. So, because you don't want this, see that it's bulging out here? You don't want that bulging out. So we're going to take off one more, one line at a time. Okay, now that looks pretty good. Okay, same thing underneath. See, I'm pushing with my thumb and I'm pushing against, and I can feel that there's no gap there. Okay, because you guys right now, the view that you have, we're only looking at 3 stairs high. When you're walking up the stairs and you're looking 12 stairs up, you're gonna see if there's a gap. Now, like I said before, you can always put a piece of quarter round under here or shoe mold, and that will make it look absolutely amazing, which we will show you at the end. All right, I'm just gonna push up on the corner there. Double staple, take my tucker, and now I'm gonna push it all the way in, all the way down. Feel with my hand to make sure it feels good. If I can't see under there. How does it look to you guys? From what you can see, it looks pretty good. All right, well, now the next step is we're gonna tighten up the top, and how we're gonna do that. Just remember, we have Smoothedge at the back. We've got our pad down, we've got smoothage at the sides in case it's a little bit buckled and we can tighten it up. But let's grab our kicker and we're gonna move on. Okay, I'm gonna give you guys a side view here. We've got our kicker, got our teeth halfway out, got some pressure. Okay, make sure she's straight. You can just work side to side or from one side to the other side. We're gonna look at that. Pretty tight, no bubbles. A little bit of bubble down here, but we've got to tighten up this side. Kicker. Nice kick. Tighten up again. Nothing better than being tight. Okay, take our tucker, and then we'll groove into our riser. All the way along. You can take your tucker, and you can lock it on the pins so it doesn't move, and then keep working down. You can also take your hammer, and you can bang it in. You get a really nice 45 groove on there. Okay, now that side's cut pretty good. Let's take our kicker. Little kick. Little tuck. Let's lock it on those pins. And how we lock it on the pins is when you bang it down there, you're actually going to bend the pin down and it will hold that carpet into place. Now, let's get the fluff out of there. Instead of cutting it out, instead of cutting it out, we're going to tuck it. But look at that. Nice, nice and tight. All right, let's work on this side. Just going to get our kicker on an angle. Okay, and we're going to kick into that smooth edge that's here. Okay? And then we're going to push down with our hand to lock it in or to hold it in place. Okay, once we know it's held in place, we'll jam it into the smooth edge. Okay, we'll take our hammer, lock it down on the pins. That way, if you lock it down on the pins, it doesn't blow back. Take our hammer. Make sure there's no fluff in there. Looks good, nice and tight. All right, now last step is let's cut that backing out of there. So what you want a really good groove and a really great blade. You want to cut through once and that's it. So what we're going to do is we'll go over this whole thing one more time. Make sure that we're right down into the 90-degree on the 45. Now we're going to take a brand new blade. You can go from left to right or right to left, whatever makes sense to you. I'm going to start as far as I can into my inside corner here. Okay, cutting on the 45 all the way down as far as I can. I have a double-sided knife or double-sided blade, so I'm going to get in there on the 45. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull on this, not too hard because you want to make sure that you cut through. You don't want to pull up the carpet where you've already tucked it in. Okay, now the ends, you're gonna have to pull up. You will have to pull up these ends like this, just barely, and there'll be a line on the back of the carpet, just follow it. Okay, cut that off. Watch this, now we'll tuck that in. Hold your hand on the smooth edge. All right, get your hammer and your tucker and flatten that out until it looks perfect. Okay, we're going to do the same thing on the other side. Pull it up, gentle or gently. There's a line. I'll just follow it. Snip this off. This is gone now. Now I'll take my tucker, tuck it in. Let's get rid of the fluff. You need your hammer. Hammer down your smooth edge, and then hammer down your smooth edge all the way along. Okay. Looks tight. It's a beautiful nylon herringbone carpet, by the way. Okay, let's do the next one. Same thing. We're working our way from the top on down. We're going to check our pattern. The pattern's going down the stairs like water. We're going to split the difference from side to side. Okay. And because this is a little tight, you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to take one line off. Carefully, don't cut through. Got it. All right, let's bend this up a little bit. She's a little stiff, like we did the first one. Now you're just repeating the whole thing. The same as the first one. And then what I'd really like to see after is I'd love to see, you know, a piece of shoe mold underneath at the bottom and the top. It'll hold the carpet down forever. Okay, got my one side lined up. This side's got a little bit more carpet, but that's okay. It worked on the last one, so let's keep going. We'll start on this side. Now, if you have the fluff, take your scissors. If you're gonna put quarter round under there, don't worry about it. Okay, but if you're thinking, I don't want quarter round, then snip all the fluff off. Okay, I'm gonna go quick for filming purposes. Doesn't mean you go quick. All right, let's get this into place. I don't wanna waste your whole day, but I know you wanna see another one, so let's do another one. Wrap it in there tight. Okay, push under with your thumb, lock it into place. Okay, do it again. 2 on the end if you can, and then up, up, up. All right, and we're bending in to feel that there's no gap. Okay, we're at our end again. We've got too much carpet, so let's get rid of, looks like 2 lines. Careful, very careful, you don't want to be short. Okay, that looks pretty good. It's a little tight, but I think we can make that work. Fold it under, staple, all the way, double in the corner. Now let's get our tucker. Let's tuck that underneath, and let's tuck that all the way along. Have a look underneath. Tuck it all the way underneath. Feel with your fingers. You can feel I'm missing a staple here. I can feel the looseness. If you can't see it, you can feel it. Okay, I can feel I need one there. Feels pretty good. And then feels good. All right, same thing. Let's move this train along a little faster since you guys have already seen one. All right, once you've seen one, you've seen them all. But I know that you guys are interested in seeing different angles, so stick around. I'm gonna pull it back. I'm gonna pull it up. I'm gonna push into my riser. I'm gonna take my kicker. I'm gonna move my direction. I like to move left to right. Okay? Okay, it looks like it's pretty tight. There's a little buckle here, but we've got extra here, so we're gonna fix that after. This side you can see, it's ready to tuck. So let's give it a little kick on that smooth edge. Okay, lock that in. I'm banging the pins down. Folding the fluff in. All right, let's lock it in with the hammer. Bending those pins down. Okay, that side looks nice. Would you guys agree? Now, let's go over to that side. Let's take our kicker. This is where this is pushing back, and you can see this little buckle. That's why we have the smooth edge. We're gonna take our kicker on the side. We're just gonna kick into that. Take our tucker, jam it down. Move up, kick, jam down. You can see that that buckle now is gone, nice and tight. The stair looks tight, right? The stair looks tight. If you have bubbles and it's loose, pull it off and do it again. Okay, let's cut that side down and tuck it before we finish the back. Now to get a really good groove, oh yeah, let's take our tucker and our hammer and let's really bang that down, okay? Good blade, 45-degree. Nice and easy, nice and slow. Peel it up, see what you got. You can also flip this up, watch, with your knife to pull that out, okay? Sometimes they get caught on those strings. Pull this corner up, follow the line, okay? Blow the fluff out, take your tucker, and and lock that in. It looks amazing. Bang it down, lock those pins in. That means from side to side, right? From this side all the way across this side is nice and tight, okay? Because we've locked it down. Now, let's finish our back. We're gonna score with our tucker, back and forth all the way along, okay? Then you can rake those pins. You heard when I raked that across, you could hear those pins kind of going down. You could hear them actually hitting the side of the tucker. Listen. What that is I'm pushing the pins through. So as I'm raking, those pins are pushing through and actually holding into the carpet to lock this into place. So very good. Now, we'll take our tucker and our hammer, and we're going to 45 all the way down. Okay, do it again. Now, with a good blade, I'll start over here this time. We'll go right to left. I'm gonna get as close to that corner as I possibly can on the 45. Nice and tight, nice and deep, lots of pressure. Start here and into that last cut that I finished at. Okay, now we're gonna pull this out. Now you can cut this in the middle just to make it a little easier. Now let's get into this again. We're just gonna pull it up gentle, cut the corner out, make sure there's no fluff. Okay, take your time, be careful. You want this to look amazing. You're gonna impress all your friends and your wife. Or if you're the wife putting it in, you're gonna impress the husband. All right, I see a little fluff there. Okay, that looks good. Okay, now, other side, same thing, same thing. Let's pull that up, have a look. Cut that corner down. Clean out the fluff, tuck it in. Now, let's clean out all the fluff so we can have a look. I see a little gap there. So what I'll do before I lock it down too much, give it a nice little kick, hold it on the pins. All right, now I will take my hammer and bang those pins down all the way. All right, you can double that up, double and triple. Now, put a piece of shoe mold in here. This is never gonna come out, okay? Now this is a new kind of installation method that, you know, is on trend right now, and a lot of people wanna do it. When we normally do a stair, we're gonna come up, we're gonna tuck it in here, and we're gonna staple in here, okay? But we're not stapling today because I don't really wanna show indentations. When we do a normal stair, we're gonna staple in the groove, we're gonna hammer it down, and then we're gonna come up and staple under here and go around and so forth and so on. Here, you only have attachments underneath and attachments where the smoothedge is. So putting a piece of shoe mold underneath, or at least putting a piece of quarter round or shoe mold here, is just gonna make this installation last for a long time. Okay, guess what? We're on to the last one. You guys are sticking around, you guys are watching, you guys are enjoying, this is great. So this is our bottom stair. We're gonna do the same thing, but if you have wood here and you take your staple gun, you're gonna want a piece of pad or something to put that staple gun down onto and jam underneath. Scratch your hardwood, scratch your vinyl, so make sure you have a little piece of pad. Now we're gonna check our direction. It's going down. I'm gonna check my width. It's a little tight. You know what? I'll take a little bit off. Now we're trying to split the difference here. That's pretty good there. All right, now, looks pretty good. Let's pre-fold it, pre-groove it. Make it pliable. All right, let's get that on there. Push it in, line it up. Get it in place. Let's feel for the center. Not enough. Let's pull a little bit more out. Let's feel with our thumb. Yep, that's good. Feel with our fingers. Yep, feels good. All right, ready to lock that in. Piece of pad on the bottom. Okay, let's take our staple gun. Let's lock that middle in first. Okay, on an angle. Now, sometimes you can see that this bottom stair is a lot wider. So my staple gun fits under a lot better. Okay, let's work our way all the way down to the end. Make sure we're even. push up into the groove with your fingers. Okay? Continue on from where you left off, right to the end. Double staple on the end, feel underneath. If you feel any staples, pull them out or bang them in. Okay, moving on. From the middle over. Okay, we're a little tight on this side. I'm going to take one line off. Now, if you don't have a line on the back, just shave a little bit off. Okay, here we go. Wow, perfect. Okay, now bend back, feel under, get that lined up with your fingers. Feels good. Okay, let's lock that in. I'm just going to put one here because this is my wrong side, and then I'll lock into the middle. Feels good. Now we'll finish the end there. Okay, 2. Now feel. If you feel any staples, I felt one there. I'll just bang it in with a hammer. If it's sticking out real far, get a pair of pliers and pull that thing out, okay? Take your tucker, tuck that thing all the way along, okay? And now we're ready to kick this into place. Now, if you feel you have too much carpet here, cut some of it down. We'll show you how we do that. All right, cut it down. Grab your kicker. I'm going to go from left to right. Now, as I kick, I'm putting my hand on top of the smoothedge and pushing down. That holds it into place. Otherwise, it'll just pop back on you. All the way, May. Nice and tight. Okay. Now, let's take our hammer and our tucker. Okay, nice and tight, all the way along. Let's do this guy first. Kicker, nice and tight. Hold it onto the pins. Bang it down once you know that there's no bubbles. And then push this down, holding the smoothedge. See where my fingers are? On top, so it doesn't bubble back. Now, lock it in again. Now, you can see that little bubble? Sometimes you can put a staple in there and then bang the indentation out. Okay, let's do the other side. Same thing. Kicker into the smoothedge. Hold that down, kick again. Keep kicking until your bubbles are gone. Okay, mine looks tight. Hold, tuck. You feel good? Lock that down onto the smoothedge. Now we got one more move to do. You know what that is. Let's get a good blade. We're going to get in on the 45 and we're going to cut that line. Now just double check and make sure you're down nice into the 45. Perfect. Blade 45 all the way down. Close to the end, you can split this in the middle like this. Then you pull it out, follow the line at the back, tuck it in. Same with this side, pull it out a little bit, follow the line. Get rid of any of the strings that you see. Tuck it. Get the fluff out of there. Make sure you're nice and tight. All right, let's have a look. Let's have a look at the finished product. Looks tight, nice and clean. And any of those spots on the stairs you can touch up. You guys know that? Nice herringbone. 100% nylon too, new product. If you like it, let me know. We make it into the runners and Now, area rugs and treads only. Wow, that's sharp. It's a nice clean color, cool look, on trend. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Nice and tight. Wow. So that's treads only, on trend and ready to go. So if you're looking for this kind of carpet, you can find it at DirectCarpet.com. If you're looking for treads only, if you don't find what you need, hit us up in the chat and we'll figure out what you need exactly. And if there's any questions or comments about the process or this and that, leave that in the comment section below. I answer all those comments for you guys, and hit the like, subscribe, all that stuff. It helps the channel. And I guess that's it. Thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next one. I'm Shannon with DirectCarpet.com.